Top 5 Best Supplements for Brain Health. Today, we're diving into something super important: our brain health. In a world filled with distractions, stress, and information overload, keeping our minds sharp has never been more critical. But what if I told you there are supplements that can actually boost your brain power? That's right. Today, we're talking about the top 5 best supplements for brain health, backed by science and loved by experts. Stick around to the end because I'll also share a bonus tip that you won't want to miss. Let's get started. 1. Omega-3 fatty acids, fish oil. Your brain needs omega-3 fatty acids, especially DHA, to function properly. Think of it like the oil in a car engine. Without it, things don't run smoothly. The problem is, a lot of people don't get enough omega-3 because modern diets are full of processed foods that contain way too much omega-6. Omega-6 competes with omega-3 in your body, so even if you're eating a little bit of omega-3, it might not be enough to actually help your brain. On top of that, if you have gut issues, your body might not be absorbing what little omega-3 you are getting, making the deficiency even worse. Now, when your brain doesn't get enough omega-3, the first thing that happens is your brain cells start struggling to communicate with each other. Imagine trying to send a text message with a bad signal. Things slow down, get jumbled, and sometimes don't go through at all. That's what happens in your brain when omega-3 levels drop. This leads to symptoms like brain fog, memory problems, trouble focusing, and even mood swings. Over time, chronic omega-3 deficiency can increase inflammation in the brain, which is really bad because it's linked to diseases like Alzheimer's, Parkinson's, and depression. Your brain also needs omega-3 to help regulate serotonin and dopamine, which control your mood, so a deficiency can make you feel down, anxious, or irritable without you even realizing why. The good news? You can fix this. The easiest way is through food. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are loaded with DHA, and eating them a couple of times a week can really help. If fish isn't an option, high-quality fish oil or algae-based DHA supplements work too. But here's the catch: it takes time. Your brain doesn't recover overnight, so you have to be consistent for weeks or even months before you start noticing major improvements. At the same time, cutting down on omega-6 by avoiding processed foods and unhealthy oils can help restore balance so that omega-3 can actually do its job. If you're dealing with gut issues, working on digestion with probiotics or enzymes can also make sure your body is absorbing what it needs. If you're wondering how to tell if you're low on omega-3, the signs are usually things like feeling mentally foggy, forgetting things more often, struggling to focus, feeling down or anxious, and even having trouble sleeping. Some people get more headaches, and others just feel like their brain isn't as sharp as it used to be. These symptoms can creep up slowly, so it's easy to brush them off as stress or aging when, in reality, your brain just isn't getting the nutrients it needs. So, if you're dealing with any of this, it's definitely worth making some changes. Your brain is super adaptable, and once it gets the omega-3 it needs, it can start repairing itself. You'll likely feel sharper, more focused, and in a better mood over time. If you want, we can talk about specific steps that would work best for you. 2. Lion's mane mushroom. Your brain doesn't naturally produce anything from lion's mane mushroom. It's something you have to get from your diet or supplements. When people talk about a deficiency in lion's mane, they really mean that their brain isn't getting the benefits that this mushroom provides. Lion's mane is special because it helps the brain grow and repair itself by increasing something called nerve growth factor, NGF. NGF is like fuel for your brain cells. It helps neurons stay healthy, form new connections, and even repair damage. If your brain isn't getting enough support from lion's mane, it may not be regenerating as well as it could, leading to slower thinking, memory problems, and even a higher risk of neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's or Parkinson's. The reason your brain might not be getting lion's mane is simple: you're not eating it. Unlike vitamins or omega-3s that you might get from common foods, lion's mane isn't something most people include in their daily diet unless they're specifically taking it for brain health. Without it, your brain's ability to grow and repair itself slows down. Over time, this can lead to symptoms like brain fog, forgetfulness, slower learning, and even mood issues like anxiety or depression. Since lion's mane also helps reduce inflammation in the brain, not having enough of it means your brain might be more vulnerable to stress and aging. If you want to support your brain with lion's mane, the best way is to take it regularly as a supplement or in food. You can find it in capsules, powders, or extracts, and most people take between 500 milligrams to 3,000 milligrams per day. It's not an instant fix, you have to be consistent for a few weeks or months to start noticing improvements. But over time, many people report clearer thinking, better memory, and even reduced anxiety. If you combine it with other good brain habits like eating healthy, getting enough sleep, and exercising, you'll get even better results. If you feel like your brain isn't as sharp as it used to be, you struggle with focus, or you just feel mentally drained all the time, you might benefit from lion's mane. Your brain is constantly changing and adapting, and when you give it the right support, it can repair itself and function better. Let me know if you want to dive deeper into how to make this work for you. 3. Vitamin B complex, B6, B9, B12. Your brain needs B vitamins to function properly. These vitamins help produce energy, make neurotransmitters, the chemicals that control mood and memory, and protect your nerve cells. Without enough B vitamins, your brain starts to slow down, you might feel tired, forgetful, or even anxious and depressed. Now, why would you be low on B vitamins? The main reason is diet. B vitamins mostly come from foods like meat, eggs, dairy, leafy greens, and whole grains. If you don't eat enough of these, your brain doesn't get the nutrients it needs. Another big issue is absorption. Some people, especially older adults or those with digestive problems, can't absorb B vitamins properly, even if they eat the right foods. Stress is another factor. When you're under a lot of stress, your body burns through B vitamins faster, which can leave you deficient. When your brain doesn't get enough B vitamins, it shows up in different ways. You might feel mentally foggy, like you can't think clearly or remember things as well as before. You might feel drained all the time, even after a good night's sleep. Your mood might be all over the place, more anxious, irritable, or even depressed. In severe cases, especially with low B12, nerve damage can happen, leading to tingling in your hands and feet or even more serious cognitive problems like dementia. So, how do you fix this? The best way is to eat more B vitamin-rich foods, things like eggs, fish, meat, dairy, leafy greens, and whole grains. If you're vegetarian or have absorption issues, you may need a B-complex supplement. Some people with severe B12 deficiency even need injections because their body can't absorb enough from food or pills. The good thing is that once you restore your B vitamin levels, your brain starts working better, more energy, better focus, improved memory, and a more stable mood. If you've been feeling sluggish, forgetful, or mentally drained, your brain might be low on B vitamins. And the best part? It's completely fixable. Once your brain gets what it needs, you'll start feeling clearer, sharper, and more energized. If you think this might be your issue, let's talk about the best way to get your B vitamins back on track. 4. Phosphatidylserine. Phosphatidylserine, PS, is a special kind of fat that's built into your brain cells. It's like the protective layer that keeps brain cells working properly and helps them send signals to each other. Without enough of it, brain communication slows down, making it harder to think clearly, remember things, or stay focused. It also helps regulate stress hormones, so when levels drop, your brain can feel overwhelmed more easily. Now, why would your brain not have enough phosphatidylserine? The main reason is aging. Your body naturally makes less of it as you get older. On top of that, modern diets don't provide much PS. It's mostly found in foods like organ meats, liver, kidney, fish, egg yolks, and soybeans, which many people don't eat regularly. Stress can also deplete PS because your brain uses it up when it's under pressure. So, if you're dealing with long-term stress, poor diet, or aging, your PS levels might be running low. What does this feel like? If your brain doesn't have enough phosphatidylserine, you might notice that your memory isn't as sharp, you forget small details, lose track of thoughts, or take longer to recall information. You might also have trouble focusing, like your brain feels foggy or sluggish. Some people feel mentally exhausted even after getting enough rest. Since PS helps with stress regulation, low levels can also lead to increased anxiety or mood swings. Over time, a chronic deficiency can make the brain more vulnerable to cognitive decline, including conditions like dementia and Alzheimer's. So, how do you fix this? The best way is to get more phosphatidylserine through food or supplements. Eating more fish, egg yolks, or soybeans can help, but most people don't get enough through diet alone. That's why supplements, usually around 100 to 300 milligrams per day, can be useful. Research shows that taking PS consistently can improve memory, focus, and even help with stress-related brain fog. It doesn't work overnight, but over weeks or months, your brain can start functioning more smoothly. If you've been feeling mentally slow, forgetful, or easily overwhelmed, your brain might need more phosphatidylserine. The good news is, it's something you can restore, and when you do, you'll likely feel sharper, more focused, and mentally clearer. If you want help figuring out the best way to boost your levels, I'm happy to guide you. 5. Ginkgo Biloba. Ginkgo biloba isn't something your brain naturally produces, it's an herb that people take to help brain function. Your brain needs good blood flow to work properly, and that's exactly what Ginkgo biloba helps with. It improves circulation, meaning more oxygen and nutrients reach your brain cells. When your brain gets enough oxygen, you think faster, remember better, and stay mentally sharp. If blood flow is poor, your brain can feel sluggish, leading to forgetfulness, slow thinking, and even long-term cognitive decline. Now, if you're not taking Ginkgo biloba, it doesn't mean you have a deficiency in the way you would with vitamins or minerals, but it does mean your brain might not be getting the extra support that ginkgo provides. As you age, circulation in the brain naturally slows down, which can make memory and focus worse over time. Ginkgo also has antioxidant properties, meaning it helps protect your brain from damage caused by stress and aging. Without this protection, your brain is more vulnerable to problems like brain fog, poor concentration, and even neurodegenerative diseases like Alzheimer's. If your brain isn't getting the benefits of Ginkgo biloba, you might notice things like trouble focusing, struggling to recall information, or feeling mentally drained even when you've rested. Some people also feel more anxious because poor circulation can affect brain chemistry. Over time, lack of good blood flow can make thinking slower and increase the risk of cognitive decline. So, how do you fix this? It's simple, you can start taking Ginkgo biloba as a supplement. Most people take between 120 to 240 milligrams daily, usually in capsules or liquid extract. It's not a quick fix, but if you take it consistently, you might start noticing clearer thinking, better memory, and improved focus. If you also eat a healthy diet, exercise, and get enough sleep, your brain will function even better. If you've been feeling mentally foggy, struggling to focus, or just want to support your brain as you age, Ginkgo biloba could help. Your brain relies on strong circulation and neuron protection to stay sharp, and when you give it the right support, you'll likely notice a difference over time. If you're thinking about trying it, I can help you figure out how to get started. And that wraps up our list of the top 5 best supplements for brain health. Which one are you most excited to try? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss out on more awesome health tips. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Stay sharp.